So what is going on, guys? NativePrince93 here with another video, and today we're going to go over what's on my iPad in November of 2019. So I've gotten a lot of questions on what widgets I use, what my go-to apps are, what I use on a day-to-day basis for productivity and for fun. So I figure, hey, let me just walk you guys through exactly what's on my iPad, what I use every single day. And then I also plan, and please comment below what you guys think, I plan on making like a top 3 series. So basically highlighting, like having an episode where it says top 3 finance apps and going through those apps and why I use them. Maybe top 3 media apps, like why I choose Netflix over Hulu. Top 3 productivity apps, things like that. So you guys get an idea and maybe are able to incorporate some of those apps into your own workflow. Right, so comment below what you guys think. If you guys want something like that, I'd be more than happy to make it. So just let me know. But for now, we're just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna keep the screen recording aspect like I did last time. You guys seem to really enjoy that because it was a little bit clearer. So I'm gonna overlay the screen and just start walking through it. So first off, we have the mouse going, MX Anywhere S2. Definitely recommend it. Cheapest high-end mouse that you can buy right now, in my opinion. So if we go into the widgets, I've opted into permanently keeping the widgets on the screen. I know some people don't like it. I like it because it makes you feel like you're using a different piece of hardware because it's a different interface. Even though at the end of the day, widgets still existed and they were there before, you just had to drag them from the top down. I like how it's now on the home screen on the first page and I have like visual access without me having to do anything. So always have the weather, always have the battery up. And then I discovered this app called YT Count, which is YouTube Count. Basically, it just gives me a live feed of how many subscribers we have on the channel. So right now we're sitting pretty at 2,230. It gives it in intervals of 10 and it rounds up and down. So it's probably like 2,226, but that's always there. I always like to take a look at that. Then I have the screen time, so it's more there for battery testing and seeing how long the battery lasts every single day, depending on what software I'm on and what update has been coming out, because Apple literally on a weekly basis has been releasing updates and bug fixes. I have the trending on Google, so basically just different news cards, sports, politics, world news, US news. I always have this so I can just click on one of them and it takes me right to the Google News page. I have Google Assistant because I use a Google Home, and my home is is a Google smart home. All my stuff is done through Google. I don't use Alexa or Siri for my smart home devices. Google is just a lot easier and it understands me a little bit better. And then finally, calculator. So just a quick calculator because for some reason Apple refuses to put a calculator app on the iPad. So I got a third-party one. This is nice, be able to just do whatever needs to be done, equals, boom, and then it's there. So those are my quick widgets that I have on screen and they're always there. Big ones that I use, weather and battery. So I'm always aware of when my stuff is dying. All right, then let's go to the bottom bar, right? Let's go from left to right. So Chrome is what I use for my daily surfing. If I'm using anything for work, go on Chrome. I like Chrome because you can just sign in to your Gmail account, your Google account, and then all of your bookmarks just sync, and it's as if you're on the same computer. So I got my work bookmarks, travel, bills, money. So whenever I'm dealing with anything that I do on a day-to-day, I use Chrome. And then the only reason I use Safari is for YouTube analytics and this YouTube channel, right? So I basically look at my Google AdSense there. I look at my YouTube analytics and then my Amazon affiliate stuff. So that's why Safari is there. Otherwise, I don't use Safari whatsoever. I have the native Apple Mail client from all my emails, YouTube, YouTube TV, and YouTube Studio, the Files app, which I use on a daily basis for work, Google Home, which kind of puts everything that's in my apartment on here so I can control it. If you guys can see, I've got the Nest Cam in the kitchen, a couple smart lights. Yeah, so I have a pretty basic smart home setup, just a couple lights, thermostat, and the Nest Cam to get eyes on the puppy. So let's see if we can kind of see what's going on in there. As you guys can see, the pup is asleep right now, being real cute. All right, then these are the recently opened ones, so I'm gonna ignore those. So we have the Google Home. Then I have my To-Do. So this is Microsoft Suite's To-Do application. I just like it better because I'm a Microsoft Suite user and it syncs with my Windows computer, with my iPhone, as opposed to the regular reminders app from Apple, which I can't see on my work computer, this is my work to-do list. Then the settings, and then all of my work applications. So basically all of the Microsoft Suite applications. So Word, Excel, Teams, OneDrive, and this is specific to me and my organization and what we use internally. If somebody was a Google Docs company and I needed those, I would just download all the Google Docs applications. So it's not like I recommend these over the other ones, just keeping it all in the same ecosystem. Then on the rest of the homepage, calendar, FaceTime, clock, photos, camera, Find My, which I really, really like. I like how they changed it from Find My iPhone to just Find My and replaced Friends app and all the other location services apps. I like how it's an all-in-one. Then the boat stores, and then notes, which is what I use to take notes for videos. And I have a lot of notes in there. So these are like the main apps that I use on a day-to-day. If you go onto the second screen, these are, I would say, some of these apps I use on a daily basis, some of them on a weekly basis, depending on what's going on. So the editing apps, I use every single day. This thumbnail creator I stopped using because I didn't really like it, but LumaFusion to edit all of my videos, I do it all on my iPad. I think LumaFusion is like 10 or 20 bucks now, but as you guys can see, I love this application. It works very well. It's as close as you can get to Final Cut Pro on the iPad, and that's what I used to use. And I love how it live renders. You can export it in 4K, 60 FPS, so it works really, really well. So you got LumaFusion and then Pixlr, which is my thumbnail editing app. So I just take a photo. Only annoying part is that it doesn't work in landscape mode, so I have to like always flip it into portrait mode. But those are my editing apps. Finance apps, you got the classics, ADP, that's how I get paid, American Express, and Mint. My personal banking doesn't have an iPad app, only an iPhone app, so I tend to avoid iPhone apps on the iPad because I don't like how it just like blows up the normal application. It looks weird. I'm not a huge fan. Food apps. These are the apps that I use for food, right? Yeah, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Domino's, and Slice for delivery. And then Shipt. If you guys are in America, I highly recommend Shipt. It's just a grocery store delivery service. I'm a big fan. It's $100 a year, and it saves so much time and effort because I don't like going grocery shopping, and they drop it off right at my apartment door, which is amazing. Then you have games, right? So the main games that I play, Marvel Strike Force every single day. So GBA for iOS or the Delta every single day. And then these other ones, this is the Xbox app, so it's not a game. This is just for me to interact with people online and things like that. And then these other ones are just there to kind of pass time. I don't really play them too often. And I did notice, I actually haven't tried opening it up, but Oceanhorn 2 came with my Apple Arcade subscription, which I canceled before the free trial ended. And let's see what happens when I try to open it. So yeah, so I have to pay for Apple Arcade to actually start playing this game and this game. So that's annoying, but that's what it is. Those are the games that I play, and I have a whole video on Marvel Strike Force, and if you guys want me to go in depth on some more games and what I recommend, let me know. Next we have my Google folder. So also, if you guys noticed, everything is in ABC order. I like to stay as organized as possible, and I'm always in dark mode. So that's a big one. I love dark mode. But this is my Google folder. I did start using Google Photos for my phone before I got the iPhone 11 Pro Max, because I was running on 64 gigs and Google lets you upload and back up all of your photos for free. So I figured why not do it? So I have all my photos in there. Google Maps is my main source of, navigation, finding out where stuff is, and I use it for rating. So if I'm going to a barbershop, find the best rated barbershop. I'm going to get food, I use Google Maps. I don't use Yelp or any of those other applications. Google Assistant, again, for my home, if I wanna, turn something on from my bedroom, because I only have one Google Home and it's in the living room. Google Drive for all Google Docs. I don't use it too often, but it's there. This is what the Google News widget comes from, this Google app right here, the YouTube count, and then Google Earth. And this is all my home applications. So I got the Hue lights for the smart home, Nest for the thermostat and the camera, Geekbench. I put it in the home folder because I didn't know where else to put it, but you guys know what Geekbench is. Speed tests, because I like to test my internet from time to time. Fios, that's for my internet provider, and then I do use NordVPN as a VPN. But if you guys plan on using this VPN to get local channels on YouTube TV, it doesn't work. So don't get it for that reason. Because that's what I try to do to get Miami Dolphin football games while living in New York, New Jersey. These are my media apps. So Hulu, the only reason I have Hulu is because it comes with my Spotify subscription. So this one's freebie with this subscription, which I use every single day for my podcast and music. Prime Video I have with Amazon Prime. Netflix, T-Mobile, my cell phone carrier, pays for my Netflix. And then now I'm just waiting for Apple TV to release, because I'm definitely gonna try it out. I get it for a year since I bought the iPhone. Since I recently bought the iPhone 11 Pro, you get this for a year for any new hardware products purchased. So I'm excited to try it out and see what I think, because I do think that it's gonna be a good competitor, and I'm really looking forward to Disney Plus. That one is a must for me. These are just some real estate apps that I like to look at from time to time. Right now I haven't looked at them too much because we moved We signed a 13-month lease about 3 months ago, so not going anywhere anytime soon. And then these are all the shopping apps, guys. So AMC Theaters, big fan of being an A-list member. Again, this is one of those apps that only works in portrait mode, but I'm an A-list member, which means I get 3 movies a week to go watch for 20 bucks a month or $21 a month. And I can watch regular 3D, IMAX, Dolby Vision, whatever the case may be, I can watch it. So literally if you go to one 3D movie, it pays for itself. Amazon, Best Buy, eBay. So Amazon I use a lot. Best Buy, I use it too often. It's mostly there to pay my Best Buy credit card. Groupon I like to browse. Ebates I use it for all the cashback savings. Chewy for all the animals that I have, which is like Amazon for pets. Wayfair is where I get most of my furniture if it's not from IKEA. And Overstock I have never even opened, but it's there. These are all my sports app. Bleacher Report to get some sports news. StubHub and SeatGeek for sports events and seating if I want to go catch a game or something. ESPN is mostly for sports as well. And then you got Sunday Ticket and NBA. Sunday Ticket is for me to be able to watch the Miami Dolphins while being out of the area. So I get to watch that every week. It costs about $100 for 4 months. And then NBA is, again, for me to be able to watch my Miami Heat basketball team while living in the Northeast. So comment below if you guys are sports watchers and what your favorite teams are. I'd be more than interested to find out because that's kind of cool. And these are all my travel apps. You got Airbnb, I am a Hilton Honors member, Hotels Tonight, and Hotels.com. We like to travel, we like to do little weekend getaways at least once a month. Just pick a random place and we go, and this is how we decide where we go, depending on what's the cheapest and what the best value is. Then you have the Duet display. I haven't used this as frequently as I thought I would because there is a little bit of a lag. So if you're doing anything besides just looking at something still, it's kind of annoying. But Duet basically allows me to use my iPad as a secondary display for my Windows computer. I know that Sidecar exists for Mac computers, but if you have a Windows computer, this seems to be the only way to actually use your iPad as a second screen. And then the last page, I just throw all the Apple apps in here. Voice memos, Measure, iMessage, Apple Store, News, Maps, Calculator, which is the calculator app that's on the widgets, Shortcuts, and Contacts. So that's pretty much what's on the iPad, guys. Nothing too crazy. I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it clean. I don't like to overload my iPad with unused apps. And I love how now in the App Store I can delete stuff as the updates come through and I realize like, hey, I don't use this app, let me just delete it. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys made it to the end, here's a quick little Amazon gift card for $7. First person to use it. Comment below if you guys do end up using that Amazon gift card because I've been putting them randomly in the videos and people seem to really like that. So I appreciate the time, guys. This was awesome. And hopefully I get the AirPods tonight, AirPods Pro, and I'll have a video up as soon as possible. But that's gonna do it for this video. Until next time, peace.